Hello, hello. How is everyone? I'm gonna wait a few minutes to see if anybody's able to pop on. I'm gonna get some eye cream going. Wake my eyes up a little bit because I have not used any yet this morning. So make sure you say hi when you hop on. If you're catching the replay, make sure you hashtag replay so that I know you're on. Hi, Dave. I was just talking to your beautiful wife. So just getting some eye cream on. That's going to work while I'm doing my makeup. That's going to help. That caffeine's going to kick in and help kind of brighten everything up and tighten and firm everything up as well around the eye area. And then we'll add the concealer in a little bit, and that will help do that as well, so that it makes a huge difference for that under eye area. Hi, Stacy. Say hi when you're hopping on. Don't mind my crazy, oh boy, crazy messy bun happening here. Oh boy. It's a little out of control, but that's okay. We're just gonna run with it. So I got in this new palette and I am so excited to use it. It is so pretty. So I'm gonna use that today. I'm gonna do a little lip exfoliator while I'm waiting. So I usually do, if I haven't already done eye cream for the morning, like if I'm doing my makeup in the morning and I do eye cream in the morning, then I don't worry about eye cream partway through the day. But if it's, been a little bit, I usually will throw some eye cream on before I do my makeup, because that is, like I said, going to work. That caffeine in there is going to work throughout the day. It's going to help kind of wake up that under eye area. So, and I did just add, that was lip exfoliator that I added on. So that's going to work while I'm working on the rest of my makeup. And that way, by the time I'm ready to put my lipstick on, my lips will be ready to go. So I have my Glorious mattifying face primer. That's what I'm going to use first after that eye cream. I prefer the mattifying for myself because I tend to have, I shouldn't say I tend to have oily skin, but if I had to categorize it, I would say my skin would be a little bit oily at the end of the day. So the mattifying is just going to help absorb those oils, help kind of set into those pores so that your makeup's going to sit on top of your skin and not soak into your skin. It'll help blur imperfections and minimize the appearance of those pores. So that's always my go-to for face primer. The other options are our hydrating face primer. So if you tend to have dry skin or flaky spots, an exfoliating mask, first off, would be huge for you and would help big time. But the hydrating primer would also help. And then we have our Glorious Touch original formula, which has a very silky finish. It's like super soft and smooth. And that one's also awesome for all skin types. And a lot of people will actually combine. They'll do the Glorious Original Face Primer and they'll mix half and half and do the hydrating primer or the mattifying. So people do all kinds of different stuff. You gotta do what works for you, but those are the three options that we have to offer. I'm gonna do stick foundation today. I've been on a stick foundation kick lately, so I'm gonna continue with that. I use the shade Eyelet, and I just get some product on, and then I use my Kabuki brush. This Kabuki brush is like It's the absolute best brush when it comes to foundations. And the reason for that is because it's going to help move your foundation around without kind of smearing it across, if that makes sense. And it's not going to absorb a ton of product either to where you're wasting all of this product on your brush. The nice thing about it that I love too is that it's going to be good for all foundation types. So I use this exact same brush for BB cream. I use it for spray foundation, obviously for stick, and I use it for powder. So you can literally use it for any foundation. I'm just gonna bring the excess down so I don't have that line where my makeup stops. All right, make sure we're covered. And I don't worry about too much under my eye because I'm gonna add concealer. So I usually don't worry too much about under there. All right, made it look pretty covered. So I am gonna use Organza, shade Organza in our concealer. I use a blending bud, the small blending bud. Ours through Younique are a like a wetsuit material. They're a very high dense material, so a lot different than your normal blending bud. Sorry, I'm trying to help my color a little bit here. It's so bright. Let's see if we can bear with me. I'm gonna see if I can get it so that it's not quite so bright. That's a little bit better, slightly. Now we got a shadow. All right, well, that will have to do. So I've still got that lip exfoliator on, so that's still doing its job. So the, can you guys take those out there? Can you take them off there for me, or out there? Are you driving them over? Okay. So these are going to be a very highly dense material. So they're not spongy, which is different than other blending buds. So these are going to these are going to be able to move without move your makeup without absorbing it a ton either. All right. You can say hi.
Hi. And I have a rainbow slinky.
You have a rainbow slinky. I see that. All right, so I'm going to use my setting spray. What you want to do anytime you're going to use a blending bud is you want to use it, it's best to use it a little bit damp. So, there's something in my eye. So I like to use the setting spray. You can also use water and just wring it out. Make sure that it's completely wrung out. You can tell I've used my blending bud a lot, and I have cleaned them. It's just been a little while since I've cleaned them. So I'm going to do an upside down triangle under my eye, and then I'm just going to pat that in that same direction in the upside down triangle. And the upside down triangle is going to help draw the attention up to your eye as opposed to drawing the attention. If you do just a half moon with your concealer, that's going to draw the attention to that under eye dark circles. So all right, that's bothering me. All right, so whoop, making a mess here. So I'm going to spray again for the other side, and I wipe most of the product off of my brush because a little bit goes a long way. These concealers don't look like they have a ton of product in them, but for $29 with the caffeine in them, like I'm still on my first bottle, like it's nowhere near close to being gone. So like you do get a lot of product in them. And like I said, a little goes a long way. And you will notice if you use too much, you can notice that it'll start to like ball up and flake off. Like it will tell you when it's too much. It definitely knows. And this is going to be the same thing, just like the eye cream, where over time, over like the next few minutes of me putting that on, it's going to, that caffeine is going to start working, and it's going to help reduce and minimize those fine lines, tighten up and firm up the skin, and overall give a much more awake look. So I'm going to take whatever's left on my foundation brush and just kind of blend, not getting into that triangle, but just kind of blend around that area so that it's blended. Okay. I always have my kabuki brush sitting nearby with whatever leftover product is on there so that I can always use it to kind of touch up any spaces that need to be touched up. All right, so let's see. Let's do eyebrows next, because those are always fun. So we will have a new brow product coming at some point. I don't know when, but it will be coming, and I'm super excited to see what it is because I don't have a clue anything about it. They haven't told us anything about it, just that there is one coming. So that's really exciting. So for now, and these pencil, brow pencils are great, especially if you're kind of a beginning brow person. So if you haven't done your brows a ton, you're just starting out with it, this is definitely the way to go to kind of learn, because it does take some getting used to, especially if you're not used to seeing yourself with done and shaped and drawn on brows. So I'm just kind of creating the shape that I want and then filling in. I have the shade dark for mine, and then I just brush them back up and kind of shape them into it. So super quick, super easy. Same thing on this side. Lately I've been using my brow palette, which is a retired product, but I was missing it, and so when we went on vacation, that's what I took with me because I knew I could use it then. And not feel bad that you guys are seeing it and couldn't use it. So, because I don't like to use products that you guys don't have access to. And so on here, on the end part here, you're gonna basically, from here, you're gonna go straight down for your tail. So at the top and straight down. So that's gonna be that, how you shape the end there. And the fun part is always trying to get them to look cohesive and the same. But I'm gonna brush them up. See, I need to fill in a little bit down here. And let's see if we're even. Almost even. Okay, close enough. I usually end up getting like that by the end. I'm like, they're good enough. All right, the most important thing's coming is the new eyeshadows, and I'm so excited about that. So, let's see. Soften up the front of those. Okay, what am I doing next? Let's do some contouring and blush. So this is what's going to end up shaping out your face, finish up your the look of your face, and it's going to make a huge difference. If you've never contoured, if you don't contour, if you think that it's for young people, you got to be doing it. You got to do it. So I have, this is called the this is our powder concealer brush. If you have the blusher brush, that is also one that you can use. But just one that's a little bit smaller, but still gives you good room to be able to work with. All right, so I'm going right under my cheekbone, and I'm going from my ear to about 2 finger lengths out from my the corner of my mouth. And I'm going to take whatever product's left on there, and I'm going to go along my jawline. And that's going to help create a shadow to help hide any sagging skin, double chin action under here, and just overall create warmth to the face. See how it looks like it immediately gives that like little facelift and hollows out that side down there, where this side, it's not as much. So it really, it's like that immediate facelift. We love those little cheats where you can get, same thing, 2 finger lengths away. It's going to be 2 finger lengths here, and use the product that's left along the jawline and under here, hide that double chin action that always seems to never go away. And then I always do a little bit up here. I kind of pat some product on, and then I use the leftover for sides of my nose to kind of contour that. Slim out. I have kind of a, I don't want to say lopsided nose, but one side, it's not even. So this will help even that out, or at least it gives that appearance of evening it out. If you have a longer nose, or if you want to shorten your nose, you can go right on the end there. And then I'm just going to take the product that I put up here along the hairline to the temple and just kind of work that in. So it really warms up your face. And for some reason, my lighting is looking so bright. Hopefully it looks okay on your end, but it looks so bright to me on the screen as opposed to what it is in person. So hopefully it's not too crazy bright for you guys, because otherwise you're gonna be like, that girl's nuts. All right, so again, I've got my kabuki brush that had any product left over from putting my foundation on, and I'm just cleaning up the areas, the transition areas from where my contouring was. And next, we'll do some blush. This is the shade Seductive. Just a very pretty mauvey pink color. Nothing too crazy bold. All of our shades are actually, they're really beautiful blush shades. You really can't go wrong with any of them. I highly suggest the blusher brush. You can use it for contouring as well, like I said, or just the blush and get a concealer, powder concealer brush for the contouring. Whatever way works best for you, as long as you're doing it. Because it does make a difference. Like, look at how much warmth, and that just kind of finished out the face. This is like, if I do nothing else, even if I don't do eyeshadow, as long as I do the brows and finish out my look on my face, then I'm good to go. I can throw some chapstick, whatever, mascara, whatever, and I'm good to go. All right, so let's do, I'm gonna set this. This is our Prime and Set powder. So this is not available on the site yet. It was for a limited time during our Black Friday deals. And so I do have one extra if anybody is dying to get it in their hands. It is the best. It's a Prime Set chilling powder, so it does have like this chilling effect to it, but it's an amazing Prime and Set powder. So let me know if you want the one that I have, or if you want to be on the lookout for when that comes in stock or when that launches as an actual new product. Let me know and I will get you on the list to get one of those. All right, the moment we've all been waiting for, right? The new palette. Now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with it. This is the fun part. Is figuring out what on earth I'm going to do. All right, so I'm going to use our, as soon as I get that stuff off my hands, I'm going to use our eye primer. So this does come in the bundle with this new palette. You can get for the month of February, our February special is the new palette or palette 8. Palette 6 is officially gone. I had a feeling it was coming, but palette 6 is officially no longer with us. Wow. But the new palette, the new beloved palette, and palette 8 are available in the January, nope, it's not January, February special with an eye primer and either a eye brush, your choice, so you can pick any eye brush, and an eyeliner. No, I take that back. Eye brush or an eyeliner for $70 for the 3 products. So lots of choices as far as eye brushes or eyeliners, whichever you prefer. Or you can even grab one in the bundle for $70 and add on an eyeliner and another eye brush and get free shipping. Once you hit that $100 threshold for that will get you the free shipping. So that's always a good option too. The brush that I would suggest for this palette, and my opinion may change once I actually start using it, but from what I've heard, the best brush that you can use is the cream shadow brush. The reason is because our this new palette has I just dropped that, has it's called a wet technology. So it feels and looks very creamy. It might go on very creamy, but it is a powder. So these cream shadow brushes are great for liquid cream eyeshadows. So it would be a great option to be able to work with for these eyeshadows. The best way to use them, unless you want a really, really soft look, the best way to use them is to more pat the product on as opposed to wiping and swiping. So I think what I'm going to use is this really pretty like goldish color up here. It's like a bronzy, coppery, kind of like a copper color. So I'm going to grab some of that product. And we're going to see how this goes because I've not used it yet before. Ooh, it's pretty. And your eye primer is very, the importance of eye primer is it's going to help, first of all, help the pigments of the shadows, the true pigments really show through. So you're going to get full true color on your pigments, especially if you like bright shades. That's definitely something you want to do. If you like softer shades, because eye primer is so grabby, what you can do is you put the eye primer on, but then put a little bit of setting powder on top, and that is going to allow it to be a more soft look. Okay, I'm in love with this color, first of all. Like, look at that. That's just crazy. Love it, love it. And it's honestly, it has like multiple tones to it. It's pretty awesome. All right, so let's do the other side. The other thing that eye primer is going to help with is it's going to help keep, especially a cream base or the wet technology that this one has, or any cream eyeshadow or liquid eyeshadow. It's going to help keep them from creasing or smudging or moving throughout the day. So it definitely is very important to have an eye primer, or let's face it, I get sweaty eyelids, especially if I'm actually, or I should say when I was actually working. Hi, Allie. I know it is so good. I'm just dying a little bit here because I ordered mine super late. I didn't order mine on launch day. I got a little behind on on doing that. So mine just came in. I keep watching all of these people like make these beautiful looks with this palette, and I'm like, I'm so jealous. Mine's coming in late. So I'm so excited. Like, look, I could throw mascara on and I could be completely done and happy with this eye look. But I'm not. I'm not going to do that because I like playing with more colors. But I could throw mascara on, do a little blending at the top here, and be done for the day, and it would be a gorgeous look. I'm going to add, because I like to play more, I'm going to add this really pretty pinky mauve tone, and I'm going to add that in the outside here. And I can't believe, like, the consistency of these are so, I don't want to say odd because that makes it sound like in a negative way, but they're so good. It really is like a creamy shadow, but it's a powder. It's so confusing, guys. Oh, there's that eyelash. So I'm going to use the pink just to create more depth in there. And we'll blend all this out, so don't panic. We'll definitely blend it out. Like, okay, so I want to show you how this, okay, maybe I can show you there. Like, can you tell how it's like, it's actually creamy, like it picks up. It's just so crazy. So crazy. I'm in love. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm kind of doing in like a, I'm kind of drawing a line from this peak out to like corner of my eyebrow is kind of the angle that I'm using. So if you can see from here where the peak of my lid is out, that's kind of the line that I'm kind of using to fill in here. And just doing the same thing on this side from the peak out to like maybe the edge of my eyebrow there, and just kind of filling in here. So that's just going to add a little bit of depth to the color, to the look. And like I said, don't worry, I'm going to blend. We're going to blend. Hi, Chrissy. You're missing. I want to get a little further up with this shade. You're missing the new palette. Oh my gosh. We're having so much fun. Well, I'm having so much fun. I don't know about you guys, but all right. So let's see. I'm going to do that. Let's blend. So this is just my blending brush. A blending brush is a must, or if you have a clean, fluffy crease brush, you can also use that to blend. But the key is you want it to be clean. You don't want it to have any product on it. Otherwise, it's not going to do its job. All right, so let's just take a look real quick. I want to show you the difference in blending and not blending. So take a look at this side, how softer lines, and then you got this. So this is why we blend. This is why we blend. Very important. And I'm just kind of I'm just softening those edges. I've got fuzzies all over my stuff. Okay, so we're just blending the edge. I'm just doing a soft circle, and I'm going kind of toward the direction that I want the product to go. So like I'm not pulling this down, I'm circling it up because that's the direction that I want to go. And then same thing on this side, I'm circling this way because that's the direction I want it to go. So much softer. Once you do that, I'm going to take my foundation brush that has just whatever product was left over and just kind of clean up along here from when I was blending. Super simple. Let's see. Decisions. Do I want to add another color in there? All right, I'm going to use my deluxe brush, which I believe is sold out currently, but I would use my cream shadow brushes, but I don't feel like cleaning them off to do this. So we're just going to be quick and use a deluxe brush. So I want to use this like silvery shade down here, and just a little bit like, oh goodness sakes, that's so pretty. And I'm just going to grab a little bit for the inside here. And I'm just going to pull it down a little bit into the corner of my eye. And then same thing, I'm going to take my blending brush, just clean it off a little bit. Make sure there's no product on there or fuzzies. And I'm going to blend this. And same thing, I'm blending in the direction that I want the product to go. I'm not blending this way because then I'm going to have product all up on the side of my nose. So we are blending out that way. So that just added a little shimmer to the inside. Perfect. All right, that is the new palette. I'm going to use some liquid eyeliner because I want a nice black line with this. This one is a different, this particular one that I'm using was a limited edition one. And, but the Dip and Draw will do the same exact thing. I just want to use this one up before it dries out. And I'm just going to do a nice, nothing crazy, soft black line. Bring it down under just a little bit. Same thing, nothing too crazy. I only brought it till about here. So it's not going to close. If you bring it all the way in, it's going to close off your eye. We want it to be nice and open. And if you wanted, you can even add either a white eyeliner, or you could use even this silver shade in this Beloved palette. And you could add, if you use the eyeliner brush, you could add a little bit on the inside, just on this inside part here. And that will help open up your eye, give the appearance of nice, big, bright eyes. That's a super easy way to kind of cheat a nice open eye look. Make sure we're even here. And same thing, I'm going to bring this down to about halfway. Just a simple eyeliner. And like I said, you can do this with our liquid eyeliner, the Dip and Draw, which is what you can choose in this month's February special. So you can get a discount for the eyeliner, the palette, and eye primer for $70. So you get all three for $70, or you can swap out, and instead of an eyeliner, you can pick an eye brush. So that way you can do a whole eye look, add on a mascara and get free shipping, however you want to do it. Super easy. Let's finish out with some lashes, and then we'll throw some, I'm going to throw on some bright pink lips, and we will be good to go. So I'm going to do our lash primer. So lash primer is going to help lift and curl your lashes before you add on your mascara. And it also will help add volume. So if you are looking for some good volume, that's definitely an easy way to do it, is to add just a lash primer. And this is, I'm going to use Twisted Mascara today. So the Twisted Mascara has two wands. The first wand is going to be in this top little cap. And it is, as you can see, our baby teeny wand. And that has the ability to get all these little baby lashes and hard to reach spots without having to get it all over your face. Sometimes I still manage to get it all over my face because I just can't control myself, I guess. So get all the little baby lashes. Yes, honey?
Is it Sunday?
No, it's Monday, honey. I'm also going to use the little tiny lash up at the top too, because honestly, even if you don't think that you have a lot of little baby lashes on the top, you do, and it will find lashes that you had no idea you had. What I like to do is I like to go all the way to my lash line, and I start there all the way at the lash line and just kind of blink that on. That will help. It almost serves as like an eyeliner as well. So if you don't like using actual eyeliner, this will help darken that lash line to almost kind of create an eyeliner look. That lash line will be darker and kind of give that look. So I'm first going to go over with that. Next, I'm going to go through, and I like to curl from the top and kind of get the tops of my lashes so that I can help cover up that lash primer. The silver cap here is going to be your large molded wand, and that will help finish up, add lots of volume, separate and define those lashes. Oop, see, I still managed to get it on my face. It never fails. They can give us all the tools they want, but I'm still gonna manage to get it on my face. They make it so easy for us, but I still can't help it. So like, look at the difference in that lash. So good. This is probably our 4D mascara that has fibers infused is an amazing mascara. It adds incredible volume, but I have to say this Twisted mascara is probably my favorite everyday go-to mascara. Just because it's a little bit easier to get off. It doesn't have quite, oh. Hey guys, can we turn that off? Just for now, I'm almost done, and then you can play the song, okay? Thank you. So the 4D for me, just going to pick up my kids at school, I don't need all that volume. So this adds still amazing volume without being quite so bold as the 4D. But I will tell you, if I'm going out to dinner or doing something fun or nice, I will use lash primer, Twisted mascara, and then I will throw 4D mascara over top to get a crazy good lash look. All right, I think we're good here. It's like I could sit there and play with it all day. All right, so we're gonna add some fun. I wore my hot pink scrunchie, my tie-dye top, and we're gonna do some bright pink lips. I'm gonna make sure, because I did put on my lip exfoliator earlier. Make sure we're good to go with that. These matte lipsticks are so creamy. They're so creamy, which is it's kind of contradictory, because you wouldn't think that a matte lipstick would be hydrating. Usually to me, they end up, in the past, other brands that I've tried, they'll end up drying up like throughout the day, and then they end up like flaking. And this does not at all. it actually feels like you have like a chapstick or a balm on all day, and it will stay all day. I usually like to try to overline a little bit. Just get a nice bright pink look. All right, so that's it. To follow up with that, I would do our setting powder, our prime and set powder, the chilling one, and I will use, if I can find it, I'm going to use our powder concealer brush. It has this little concealer brush on the end, so I'm going to use that, dab a little bit of product on there, and I'm going to dab this setting powder right on top. That is going to allow that that bright pink lip to stay all day, so that it's not going to end up all over the place when I'm eating, drinking, and I don't have to worry about reapplying. So I will take a picture later today and I will show you how this is wearing. That way you can see how it stayed on. So, and then this is the finished eye look. So palette, beloved palette, new beloved palette. So excited. And these are the shades that I used. I used this one on the end here, this pink shade, a little bit of this silver shade in the corners. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this helps you a little bit. Don't be scared of bright colors, guys. Have fun, especially in the summer, or especially in the winter. I know a lot of times we save stuff like this for the summer, but you can totally rock it in the winter too and brighten up your day. So, all right, you guys have a good day. I'm going to go let my kiddos play their It's Raining Taco song for the millionth time.